Wednesday is quickly becoming my favorite day of the week. That's right. And I think you know why. Because it seems like every Wednesday I'm getting this wonderful, delightful surprise. Okay, well that clearly didn't work. I actually thought I already owned this, if I'm being honest. And I went through all my bookshelves, I went through all my books, and what happened was I probably borrowed it from the library when I was a kid, but I never actually owned it. And I have the sequel, which I own, so I figure, because I love the character so much, I might as well buy the original, right? So, here is a used copy of Knight of the Black Rose. These are actually kind of expensive. This one wasn't, but you can find them kind of expensive. I don't know what people are doing with these older books by delving in and like exploiting how great they are by selling them at such expensive prices, but they are doing it. So this is one of original 5 Ravenloft novels that were released. This is only showing the 4 of them, but there's a 5th one that has short stories in it. One of those short stories is about Lord Soth. So we have Knight of the Black Rose, Spectre of the Black Rose, and then a story in the anthology 5th Ravenloft book in the series. And then, of course, there's first edition module and second edition modules and so on and so forth about Lord Soth and his traveling through the mists to Ravenloft. But I did think it's important to get this because, again, it's not Dragonlance, but it is Lord Soth. And though the authors who created Lord Soth were not so thrilled about having him leave Dragonlance even for momentary time, those of us who love the stories don't really seem to care that much. Because, let's be honest, Lauren Tracy Hickman created Ravenloft. Lauren Hasty Hickman, not Trickman, created Dragonlance. To have one of their characters go from one to the other who seems to just fit that world, that universe so perfectly in the first place, it just makes perfect sense to let that crossover happen and continue to exist. Lord Soth is akin to the fall of Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader for me. He is a true, his story is it's a tragedy. It's a desperate tragedy. He as a character is dangerous and deadly and infinitely powerful. And I just love really good bad guys. I'm a big horror junkie, which is what got me interested in Ravenloft in the first place, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I feel like Lord Soth fits perfectly in. And so Knight of the Black Rose is his first foray into Ravenloft. On the fabled world of Krynn, Lord Soth finally learns that there is a price to pay for his long history of evil deeds. Price even an undead warrior might find horrifying. Dark powers transport Soth to Barovia, and there the Death Knight must face the dread minions of Count Strahn Von Zarovich, the vampire lord of the Nightmare Land. But with only a captive Vistani woman and an untrustworthy ghost for allies, Lord Soth soon discovers that he may have to join forces with the powerful vampire if he's to escape the realm of terror. Knight of the Black Rose is the second in an open-ended series of Gothic horror tales dealing with the masters and monsters of the Ravenloft dark fantasy setting. So, I've read this before. I loved it. I'm going to read it again and give you a review, in addition to the other Ravenloft Dragonlance character incursions. So, you know, the other, I mentioned at the top of the show, this book, Spectre of the Black Rose, and then that short story. I'll give you reviews of those. And then maybe eventually the modules, too. I'll do a video on those. But ultimately, you know, we had a lot of crossovers with TSR back in the day, and Ravenloft was only the first. Spelljammer was a thing. And there was, I think there's like 12-book series based off of a farmer on Krynn being taken to space and stuff. So eventually I'll cover those too, though I'm less interested in Spelljammer than I am in Ravenloft, so it may take me a while to get there. But yeah, have you guys read this? If you did, what did you think of it? Do you mind Dragonlance characters going off to a different campaign setting? As long as they come back, perhaps? Until next time, Slán Javar.